Hello and welcome to Knowledgist. Without further delay, let's begin the session. I was waiting for the day, I was waiting for the review from very beginning, from the start of the batch, and the day has finally come. I promised you that we will deliver with the questions, and yes, it comes. It has now proved the way you people have prepared and the way we have delivered with our promise. It's clearly evident. मैंने पहले दिन से भी कहा था कि जो आप लोगों का भरोसा है लास्ट टाइम के बाद बहुत ज़्यादा मुझ हमारे ऊपर है, तो ये एक रिस्क मेरे लिए भी था, एक एग्जिस्टेंशियल क्राइसिस था, क्योंकि लास्ट टाइम अराउंड 85 क्वेश्चंस वेर फ्रॉम नॉलेजिस्ट. तो इसी वजह से मैक्सिमम पीपल वांटेड टू जॉइन. दे थॉट दैट all of the questions will come from knowledgist. So this is not a small burden on our head. We are not like other platforms जहां पे हम पहले दिन से ये बोलते हैं कि जिस दिन एग्जाम होगा और जिस दिन रिजल्ट आएगा, दैट डे आई विल कम लाइव टू अनाउंस व्हाट वी डिड. आज भी आप देखेंगे कि नो बडी हैज कम अप फॉर रिव्यू. मैं इसीलिए लेट आता हूं कि कोई तो आ जाए, बताए कि कितना क्वेश्चन उसके क्वेश्चन बैंक से आया था. मैं पूरा का पूरा लाइव कमेंट्स आप सबका देख रहा हूं और अभी स्क्रीन पर भी आप लोगों का लाइव कमेंट आ जाएगा. And I am proud to say that almost all questions were either from the MCQs or from the concepts that we discussed. Most of the questions were direct, some questions were directly for concepts. So we could say that almost all, barring one or two, but we covered it all. We covered it all in our concept sessions, in our notes, in our recorded or live sessions, in previous batch classes, or in the top 650 MCQ. I got all the reviews, and I will also be discussing with you what is the expected cutoff, and I have a surprise for you. I have a surprise for you in that segment. And I told you at very beginning, people are fooling you. You go and check all the people who have taken the syllabus of banking professional knowledge, syllabus of generalist officer, all of them were wrong. I will also reveal what they told me when I have given a bad feedback about them. They were telling you the questions will come from budget, economic survey, because it was just happened in February. They were telling you current banking affairs. They were telling you do capital budgeting, so many things. I told you I will not recommend anything that will not come, that is not part of the syllabus. I have not taught a single class on current banking affairs. Am I right or not? Even at the last minute, you people demanded me economics question, but I didn't share. Though I have covered economics for Central Bank of India, SBI, CBO, but I have removed that content from last minute batch just to avoid reading so many things and land up with nothing. So that was our dedication, and I'm proud today. All of them failed. All of them failed. But let me have some quick review of what you people have to say. उसके बाद हम कट ऑफ एनालिसिस के तरफ जाएंगे और क्वेश्चन के ऊपर भी जाएंगे, ठीक है? So let's see the live comments. Yes, here it is. I take your live comments now. ठीक है? Yes, I say 75. Paper is tough. Good evening. Result is expected in 20 days. Okay, and what is the good news I want to tell to all of you is that this time the cutoff may go around 65 to 67. Every time they have kept it 75 to 70, but whatever initial review, if they don't breach the cutoff, they are not going to get 400 people in scale 2. So they have to breach the minimum cutoff, and that minimum cutoff will go to 70, will go to somewhere around below 70. Last 2 years, the cutoff was 75 because they were not getting enough students. This time, most of our students are scoring around 60 marks in banking professional knowledge. Also, one thing I want to show the questions. 1 second. I will also take you to the questions first. Okay, so just a second. Just a second. Some of the questions that we got today. Just a second. It's on my screen, but I may not show it to you. CRR section. Okay, okay, okay. Let me just a second. Yes, yes. These are the questions that we got from all of you. PM Suraksha Bima account, Bima amount. That's life insurance. Sorry, PM Suraksha Bima account. It is they are talking about PM SBY amount. Its age, CRR section. All of them we covered. CRR report section. AML full form, one of the most easiest question. Mudra loan form, APY freezing month, statutory auditor time limit of entity, board of directors maximum tenure, how much percentage utilization, MIG subsidy limit, plot size, EFC account. Okay, UCPDC we have discussed last. I think one day before the last class we discussed about UCPDC. Negative lien, which charge will be applied on gold loan? We have clearly discussed that one. Mortgage, clearly discussed. Current ratio, many a times discussed. Important transaction controlled by important section, not transaction. It is important section. UCPDC, APY age, CRR. I think it is reshuffled because so many people have submitted. I will make a dedicated session on that. Okay. So yes, no time for reasoning puzzle. Not to worry. Paper was tough. No, Parikshit, paper was not that tough. These kind of exams have come like this. Questions come really like this. 100 plus expected, struggler's choice. Definitely we are going to crack it. Abhimanyu, sir, thank you so much for all your team. Got most of the question from your materials. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Thank you for your kind words. Yes. Abhimanyu, thank you. Nikhil Singh, sir, your course helped me lot in the exam. Miracle. That is what we worked for. Yes. Very tough banking and finance question, Pius. Why it was tough? Cutoff I have already shared. Subham Soni, max to max question related from your study material. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for your thank you, sir. Your study material helps a lot. That is what we have intended. Yeah, Piyush Parikh, if you have not joined the course, how could you find the syllabus? Don't worry. This is not Knowledgist is not everyone's cup of tea. Okay. Sir, how many person applied for scale 2 and scale 3? I think scale 2 and scale 3, somewhere around 3,000 people will appear for scale 2 and below 2,000 in scale 3. Application somewhere around 5,000 and 3,000, 5,000 something and 3,000 in scale 3. Okay. So those who have not, yes, reduce scale 3 cutoffs 65. 65 we are expecting for all of them. Okay. Expected questions in PKs 25 to 30. वेरी गुड क्वेश्चन. रुचि लेवल टीचर को नहीं खुद का इंक्रीज करना चाहिए. वेरी गुड. See, we cannot feed the questions. Questions sometimes comes directly, and that's why I have emphasized more on concepts. This is you are not appearing for clerical level exams. Yes, it is not for clerical. You people have to grow up. Don't expect questions like questions asked in clerical level. Okay. Yes, one thing I will discuss on cutoff and exam level. Many people are saying that question was bit tough. Some of you have saying scored 60 plus. It is not a high scoring exam. Remember, it's not a high scoring exam. You have to score 85 plus for a sure short position. and 85 is not a big thing, because most of the questions were directly from us, and nowhere other competitor, other students, those who were not part of this elite club of knowledgist has got nothing. Like people, you have seen people are commenting, they are discussing about levels, and our students have nothing to complain about. And 60 marks, if you are scoring 60, then you are one of the toughest banker in India today out of 90. And this is not RRB exam where they will ask you silly questions like which is the bank recently barred from inducing new customers, like that happened in Paytm. They will not ask these silly questions. They will ask top banking questions. Okay, people were still studying budget, and in last minute people were asking me for budget PDF. None of our non-enrolled student asking budget PDF. So you could also understand that people, how people were misled by others. No questions were asked from current banking, and I have taken the risk by not taking a single class, and that is failed. That comes to be true. No economics questions, no questions out of syllabus. Okay, maybe somewhere question level is top. Okay, like we have discussed, I may not be having a MCQ on inchoate instrument, but the same is discussed in NI Act PDF and NI Act class completely. Those who have gone through and worked hard, because I have always said there is no shortcut to success, and you cannot get banking knowledge overnight. The MCQs that we read, some people are saying that directly for 25 to 30 direct questions coming, and that is a great help for you. From 600 700 MCQs, if you get 25 questions or 30 questions directly, then what else you require? You are getting 20 bonus mark or 30 bonus mark, and rest you have to show some knowledge. And every time bank comes up with, they don't have a defined syllabus for all of this. They ask questions what is there in the bank. Bank's emphasis on MSME, they will ask MSME questions. Bank's emphasis on credit management, they will ask ratio analysis. And ratio analysis, I cannot come up with a direct MCQ, because any ratio can be asked. You have to find out the ratio analysis. There you need to have a concept based knowledge. But the fun begins now. You will be interviewed. So if you wanted silly questions in your written exam, then you are no one and going to land nowhere in interviews. In interviews, you will be grilled for your knowledge. You will be asked questions based on banking events, professional banking questions. Many of you may be from private banks where you only do sales. You don't have exposure to professional banking knowledge and theory based professional banking, and you will be asked questions on that. Maybe you don't have exposure to APY, PMJJBY, PMSBY, Mudra loan, CGMSE, CGTMSE, Sarsai, etc. But you will be asked practical questions: how to do mortgage, what is equitable mortgage, what you do if a customer comes with a check where the person has written something in Hindi and something in English. Will you return it or will you accept it? Someone comes to the counter and gives you a fake note. And upon detecting the fake note, what will you do? How will you report? Whom do you report? Okay, customer asks, please, once you have checked the note and you found it faulty, so, and customer asks him to return that note, will you return it or not? These practical questions will be asked. So if you wanted silly questions, then you were in a different league, and this is not going to be your ball game. And people even scoring 40 to 50 mark and overall having 80 mark can also get selected if they do wonders in their interviews. And though we are there to help you at our best, last time whatever questions we asked to our interview aspirants, most of them were directly asked to them, and I have the list of questions, but still you have to garner some knowledge. You have to find out a way to showcase how knowledgeable you are, what banking exposure you are having. This is all about banking exposures. No one can feed you anything in your mind as long as you don't read them, you don't understand them. So banking has changed, banking exams have changed. That's why other than Knowledgist, nobody can take up, and nobody is able to take this syllabus and taking classes in proper manner because they have never worked in banks. They were mere educators, those who teach to clerk and PO, and they don't. They land up having a mess. They give you false syllabus, and I have never shared syllabus in public because I believed it was my trade secret. It was Knowledgist's trade secret. We all are bankers here, so we know what is asked and we know how to crack them, and our students have done it well. And don't worry if you have not secured 90 out of 90. It was not to be secured. 90 out of 90 you are not supposed to secure. It's a competitive exam. It's not another it's not the board exams where people score 100 out of 100. Okay, today exam was super. Thank you for your great support. Sanju Romario is saying so thank you for that. Thank you for accepting. Yes, thank you for accepting it. Interview batch कब से आएगा? We are taking time for that. I have so many assignments to do, so we are looking into it. SBI CBO is around the corner. I have a full batch of Central Bank of India, so I will be looking for that. Maybe we'll be restricting outsiders for interview batch. So we are taking a decision in coming 2 to 3 days regarding that. So that Ruchi someone is grilled. आपने ठीक से पढ़ाई नहीं की होगी. So leave it. It's not a big deal. Next time take care. So yes, today result was super. क्वेश्चन डिस्कशन हम करेंगे एक बार. आईटी को देके क्वेश्चन को फुलफिल करेंगे. Narendra Reddy, professional knowledge questions asked in exam were nowhere discussed in recorded or live classes. I think you have not been to it classes. You have not attended classes. Almost all. If you see questions, I have questions on my screen. Yes, no RBI circular questions. Hope you remember that I have told categorically there will be no RBI circular questions of recent days. But all the concepts that we discussed in last 1 year regarding RBI circular will be asked to you. Last time also there was no questions on RBI circular update. The same thing I have mentioned rigorously to all of you. Okay. Nishan Chandra, thank you, Knowledgist, and special thanks to you, sir, for your great and helpfully. Hopefully, we will clear this exam. Looking forward for interview. Yeah, Bessel 1 question asked, doubtful category provisioning percentage asked directly from live classes. Thank you. There, see, ये तो ऐसा नहीं हो सकता कि कुछ लोगों के लिए क्वेश्चन सबके लिए समान था. ऐसा नहीं हो सकता है कि कुछ लोगों के लिए क्वेश्चन डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन सिलेबस से था और कुछ लोगों के लिए क्वेश्चन सिलेबस से नहीं था. अगर 95% लोगों का क्वेश्चन डायरेक्टली था सिलेबस से तो वो लोगों ने पढ़ाई किया है, बाकी लोगों ने देखा ही नहीं है. बाकी ऐसा तो नहीं हो सकता कि कुछ लोगों के लिए क्वेश्चन था और कुछ लोगों के लिए नहीं था. Either you people were not in full course or you were just expecting in YouTube classes I will teach everything. So that was not going to happen. That has never happened and that was not going to happen. और ऐसा भी नहीं था कि एक दिन में 1-2 दिन पहले जो ज्वाइन किया था उनको सब कुछ मिल जाएगा. उनको सपोर्ट मिला है बाय द वे ऑफ MCQs. बट MCQs में सारा बैंकिंग का जितना बड़ा वर्ल्ड है बैंकिंग का उसको ये कर पाना मुश्किल है. बट उसमें से अगर 25-30 क्वेश्चन आया था तो देयर इज नो वे यू नीड टू एक्सपेक्ट मोर. तो 25-30 क्वेश्चन क्या, मैं तो गारंटी दूंगा कि एक भी क्वेश्चन बाकी प्लेटफॉर्म से नहीं आया होगा, क्योंकि वो सिलेबस में आप जाके उनका सिलेबस देख लीजिए और क्वेश्चन जो पूछा गया था वो देख लीजिए, वो सिलेबस जो पढ़ा रहे थे. करंट बैंकिंग, इकोनॉमिक्स, कैपिटल बजटिंग, बजट, इकोनॉमिक सर्वे, नथिंग. इसका एक डिफाइंड सिलेबस होता है. और जो करंट बैंकिंग में जो करंट बैंक का जो हाइलाइट्स है, जैसे अभी MSME में काम कर रहा है बैंक, क्रेडिट में काम कर रहा है, उससे रिलेटेड क्वेश्चंस आता है. और ट्रेंड सेट होता है प्रमोशनल एग्जाम से लेके जो पिछला प्रोफेशनल बैंकिंग का एग्जाम हुआ होगा बैंक का, उसी से ट्रेंड सेट होता है। और आजकल आईबीपीएस जो है क्वेश्चन बैंक में बहुत जल्दी मॉडिफाई कर रहा है, क्योंकि आजकल कंटेंट क्रिएटर्स बढ़ गए हैं, क्वेश्चन मेकर्स बढ़ गए हैं। ठीक है, तो दैट्स ऑल। और कोई सवाल है, क्वेश्चन है तो पूछिए। बहुत जल्दी शुरू करते हैं इंटरव्यू बैच, और एक एक क्वेश्चन हम डिस्कस कर लेंगे। एक एक क्वेश्चन को हम एमसीक्यू फॉर्मेट में ऑप्शन के साथ डालेंगे, कौन सा राइट है कौन सा रॉन्ग है उस सबको देखेंगे। ठीक है, अरे हिंदी इंग्लिश चेक वाला क्वेश्चन आया था, अरे ग्रेट। एक्चुअली मैंने नहीं देखा कि ये क्वेश्चन आया था, एक्चुअली मैंने नहीं और शायद वो लिस्ट में किसी ने दिया भी नहीं होगा। हिंदी और इंग्लिश से क्वेश्चन आया था, शायद होपफुली किसी ने नहीं दिया होगा, दिया नहीं था। ठीक है, कट ऑफ 65 एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं, अगर लास्ट ट्रेंड के हिसाब से जाए तो 75 एंड 70। बट मैं एग्जाम के लेवल को देखते हुए 400 एप्लीकेंट्स मतलब पोजीशन 400 देखते हुए मैं ये प्रेडिक्ट कर रहा हूं कि 65 67 के आसपास जाएगा स्केल 2 में, स्केल 3 में वही 70 रहेगा। अहमद रेहान कॉन्टीजेंट लाइबिलिटी वाला बता दीजिए। कॉन्टीजेंट लाइबिलिटी के बारे में बहुत बार मैंने बात कर लिया है आपको, मैंने जब नॉन फंड बेस्ड क्रेडिट फैसिलिटी के बारे में क्लास लिया था तभी भी मैंने कॉन्टीजेंट लाइबिलिटी के बारे में आपको बताया था। जो बैलेंस शीट में नहीं है, ऑफ बैलेंस शीट एक्सपोजर जो है वही है कॉन्टीजेंट लाइबिलिटी। ओके, बॉम्ब स्केल 3 का हम कल क्लास करेंगे, बॉम्ब स्केल 3 का सेशन कल रखेंगे। ठीक है, राहुल ऑल क्वेश्चन शेयर ड्यू, हाँ उसको थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा क्योंकि आप लोग गूगल फॉर्म में दे रहे हो क्वेश्चंस, तो उसको मैं वर्ड में ही डाउनलोड किया था, उसको हम स्लाइड में बनाएंगे, थोड़ा उसको प्रोसेसिंग करके आपको देंगे। ऐसे मतलब इतने जल्दी तो ये सब नहीं हो पाएगा, क्वेश्चंस को देखेंगे। आप खाली क्वेश्चन जितना रिमेंबर किए हो, वो सीआरआर के ऊपर एक क्वेश्चन आया था तो उससे हम क्या प्रेडिक्ट करेंगे, तो थोड़ा हम एनालाइज करेंगे, 4-5 लोगों को पूछेंगे। सीआरआर वाला क्वेश्चन में बहुत कुछ है, क्विज सेक्शन में कौन से सेक्शन में सीआरआर डिफाइन है वो बात करेंगे। ठीक है, और उसमें भी ऑप्शंस भी देखेंगे, क्योंकि जो सीआरआर के बारे में 2 जगहों पे बात हुआ है, बैंकिंग रेगुलेशन एक्ट 18 और 42 आरबीआई एक्ट, तो देखेंगे कि सच में कौन सा कुछ किस टाइप का क्वेश्चन था, या फिर सीआरआर का कौन सा परसेंटेज के ऊपर मेंटेन होता है, जैसे एनडीटीएल, तो मैं एग्जैक्ट इसके ऊपर देखूंगा ना। एक क्वेश्चन टॉप और मतलब इजी और टॉप नहीं होता है, ऑप्शंस मेक क्वेश्चन टॉप और इजी, so we have to also look into the relevant options if possible, right? So we'll look into all that. So good news is that we are predicting a little relaxation on the 75 criteria of cutoff, little relaxation, and this is not going to be a high scoring exam as predicted by us earlier. Last time only 110 people have scored beyond 90. The list is still there in Bank of Maharashtra website. You will find it out. So if 400 selections has to be taken, the first 400 people last time were those who secured above 75. They were somewhere around 420 to 430. Those who secured beyond some cutoff. ओके, तो लास्ट टाइम 75 से ज्यादा मार्क सिर्फ 400 या 450 लोगों ने रखा था, तो इस बार जो वैकेंसी है उसका नंबर 400 है। So that's why we are predicting a little relaxation in the cutoff figures. Is it clear now? Is it clear now? Whenever we speak something, we are backed by some evidence. We are backed by some evidence. यूसीपीडीसी का तो हमने आंसर आपको हमारे एक्सपर्ट्स दे रहे हैं। और पीत राय ने क्या बोला? 70 plus scored in professional knowledge because of you, sir. Thanks a lot. So those who have read our syllabus have got good marks, have secured good marks. जिन लोगों को सिर्फ ये लगा था कि सिर्फ नॉलेजिस्ट में तो जो लोग आए थे, दे हैव ऑल गॉट दिस काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स, बट लाइव क्लासेस जो मेरे यूट्यूब में है, दे आर फ्रैक्शन ऑफ द बिजनेस वी डू. दिस इज अ फ्रैक्शन ऑफ आवर whole syllabus. I think it's 1% of our syllabus, even less than that. Bob credit officer से parade session tomorrow. Applicants are definitely more this time. इंग्लिश का सेक्शनल कट ऑफ 2-3 मार्क्स जाएगा. सेक्शनल कट ऑफ विल नॉट गो बियॉन्ड 2 to 3 मार्क्स इन इंग्लिश, क्वांट एंड रीजनिंग. It will not go beyond that, and toppers will secure 10 mark in these segments, 10 each probably. इंटरव्यू बैच, हाँ वेट कर रहे हो, बट इंटरव्यू बैच के लिए मुझे थोड़ा सा टाइम लेना होगा. आई एम बिजी, पावर पैक्ड, बहुत टायर्ड हूँ. ये बैच को लेके बैंक ऑफ महाराष्ट्र के लिए हमें दिन रात काम करना पड़ा. आई वांट सम रिलैक्सेशन एंड पोस्ट दैट एक हफ्ते के बाद वी विल डिसाइड व्हाट टू डू. ऑल आवर टीचर्स फ्रॉम लास्ट मिनट यस्टरडे वी वर देयर. सर भी हर एक क्वेश्चन का जवाब आपको दे रहे थे. तो he was also busy. Other educators those who were taking classes, they were also there. 15 तारीख से RRB का बैच स्टार्ट हो रहा है, and we need a gap right now, so we'll do that. ठीक है, most of you will qualify, don't worry, and all enrolled students of Knowledgist are going to clear the cutoff. That is what I must say. Applicant were not more. Few more than last time, but not that much. Looking into the 3 times more recruitment numbers. 3 लास्ट टाइम 110 लोग सिलेक्ट हुए थे, इस बार 400 पोजीशंस है. ठीक है, प्राइम 3 आरआरबी बैच को अलग से बॉब के लिए करेंगे, अलग से बॉब प्राइम आरआरबी प्राइम बैच वालों को भी देंगे अलग से बॉब का बैच. कोई इशू नहीं है. Yes, you can say mortgage refers to mutual transfer. Clear? So thank you for being with us. Thank you for making this exam a success for Knowledgist. All of you believed us, joined us, and made us distinct than any other platform in the nation. So we have hope. If you would stop at one success, that people will say that your first success was a mere coincidence. पर इस बार हमारे क्वेश्चन बैंक से डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चंस नहीं आते, और ऑलमोस्ट ऑल क्वेश्चंस हमारे सिलेबस से नहीं होते. So people would have been said that last time it was a mere coincidence that questions came from our question bank, but this time you gave us this chance to prove ourselves, and I really hope most of you will definitely crack it. And I am here to see you succeed. And I definitely believe 300 people at least from Knowledgist will crack in scale 3, and 60-70 people definitely, in scale 2, 300 plus. And I'm expecting the measure share also in scale 3. And scale 3, nobody is teaching and nobody is having the expertise in India. We can say that after looking into their poor performance in the classes that they have run, the the way they have cheated students by giving syllabus like current banking affairs, budget, economic survey, etc. So hope you will find out them who misled you, gave you wrong syllabus. Your work in that direction has gone into complete vain. Many of my students have complained that they are there for so many days and they are teaching this kind of syllabus. Why don't you take current banking classes? Why don't you share the PDF of January, February banking questions, etc. After looking into SBI CBO exam pattern, many of you are saying. I have repeatedly said no. And to the institutes, those who have misled people, one thing I must say: this is not your game altogether. This is not your ball game. This is something only professional bankers can teach. So thank you once again for being with Knowledgist, for your love.